guys, it's Mary, and recently Born Pretty Store sent me these little dried flower decals to review for you guys, and they were super fun to use, and it was cool because they're actual dried flowers. And this is sponsored, but all opinions are my own, and be sure to check out my Instagram, Nails Art by Mary, so you can see more. So to start off with, I'm just going to have all my nails painted white with one gray accent nail. To start, I'm going to use the flowers, and they came in a cute little stud wheel, and as you can see I had a little trouble picking them up at first. But once I got a hold of them, I just painted on a little coat of top coat and just stuck it directly on using a pair of tweezers. I used the tweezers to stick the flowers into place and get them where I wanted them to be. And I just repeated that step by applying a little bit of top coat to make sure it was sticky enough to apply the flowers with a pair of tweezers. And don't mind the little red spot on the top of my cuticle, that was just a little bump I had on my finger, but it went away eventually. And so I just kept applying the top coat and adding on flowers as I saw fit. And I just used my finger to apply on the little flowers that actually fell off of a bigger one, but I just did the same thing. And for this flower, I just did the same thing as the first two, and used a top coat and stuck it on with tweezers. Again, I used the tweezers to stick the flower into place. Then I took a small pair of scissors and just cut off the little bit of excess flower that was hanging over the edge and that I didn't want to get into the mani. Then I moved on to the first white nail, and again I applied a bit of top coat in order to stick on the flowers with a pair of tweezers. And this was actually the larger flower that I used to stick on some of the little pieces that fell off of it. After I got to sticking it on the nail, I realized it was actually a little too flat in order to lie comfortably on it. So I just pressed down with my finger and applied a little bit more top coat to areas that were sticking up. Then I just did the same thing and stuck on a couple more flowers where I wanted them. After I was happy with how it turned out, I sealed it all in with a quick dry top coat. And after that, I ended up putting on a matte top coat to make the flowers look a little bit better on my nail, and I just kept applying the polish until I made sure all the little cracks in between were filled. For all the other nails, I took a bit of liquid latex and applied it around my cuticles so that I wouldn't get any glitter on it, and I just peeled up some little wavy chevron vinyls and applied them onto my nail using tweezers. I used the tweezers to make sure they were in the right place that I wanted them to be before I moved on and added the next one. And I just did this for all of them and tried to make sure that they were evenly spaced. For the glitter, I decided to use Menchie the Cat by Starly, which is a super pretty scattered holographic baby pink polish. I brushed it onto a makeup sponge or foundation sponge, whatever you like to call it, and then I took the sponge and just dabbed it onto my nail directly in order to get all the glitters on there. And then I decided to apply a second coat of the polish in order to make it more opaque. The reason I'm dabbing it on instead of sponging is to make sure I get more of the glitters and color in there rather than the clear base that it's in. Then when I was satisfied, I just brushed on a little bit of it to make it more opaque, and then it was time to peel up the vinyls while the polish was still wet. And I for one find it very satisfying to watch the vinyls peel up, so let's just appreciate this magic for a little bit. Then I peeled off the liquid latex. But unfortunately latex isn't perfect, so I ended up dipping a toothpick into some acetone to clean up any of the glitters that got underneath my cuticle. I just did this until I couldn't see any more glitter underneath, and then I sealed it all in again with a quick dry top coat. Again, I probably brushed over the glitter a little unevenly in order to make sure all the little gaps were sealed in. And there you have it. Again, Born Pretty Store was super nice to send me these little dried flower decals, and I'll have another review for Born Pretty Store up soon. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.